Hey folks, welcome to Find Your Sunshine. I'm Sally, your host, your cheerleader, single mama, and believer in finding joy no matter what life throws your way. This is a space where we keep it real, laugh through the chaos, and remind each other that we are stronger than we think. So whether you're here for a little encouragement, some honest talk, or just a good laugh, you're in the right place. Let's dive in and find your sunshine together. Let's go. Hey folks, welcome back to Find Your Sunshine. Sally here, your host, of course. So excited for you to be here again today, episode 24. Guys, still crazy, still wild to me. I'm going to say it every time like I do. I just feel blessed for you to be here with me and that I get to create this and talk to you guys and hopefully create a warm space, a safe space for all of you to feel this with me and I really am so honored. So welcome back to Find Your Sunshine. I'm excited to talk about our topic this week. I feel like it was needed for me especially. I actually recorded a whole other episode, guys. And then I just have been kind of feeling down in the dumps and yucky. And I thought, what the heck am I doing? And I realized I needed a whole restart. And that's where the episode came from. And we're going to talk about how we can restart any time in our lives. But before we get into that, guys, of course, I do my weekly updates. It's been a few weeks. It's probably been a month. No joke. But I did take some time for myself. And it was because of the holidays, of course, and the chaos of all that, and just to spend time with my kids and be really present with them. And I know how important that can be. And it does help us actually reset ourselves. And so I actually worked Christmas and I worked with a bunch of good coworkers and we had a really good day. It was busy, 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 but we just kept each other's spirits up and we celebrated and we had a really good time and we knew we were like a family there and just celebrated in our own time. I didn't have my kids, so I didn't have to worry about missing them that day. And work kept me busy, and then I didn't get them back for like another 5 days. So I just kind of relaxed and spent time with myself and got ready for the trip I was going to give my kids for Christmas because I decided this year I was not wanting to do a lot of presents for them and I didn't have to, keep the magic of Santa alive. So I thought I wanted to make a memory instead. So when I got my kids back, we of course went to our favorite place, Disneyland. And guys, it was magical. I didn't know if it was going to be because the weather actually wasn't going to be the greatest. It was going to be rainy the whole time we were there. But I over prepared for it because I was determined that we were going to have the best time for the 2 days that we were going. And me and my kids, we just love it. And we went with my friend and her kid. And so it was 2 adults with 5 kids, 13 and under. And there were definitely some emotions at some point and bad moods and hangry and all those things, but we still had a great time. We went hard. We went from rope drop to close in each park both the days. And honestly, I can't even say that my kids were really that bad or anything like we did. Like I said, we had some moments, but as long as we kept them fed, some of them took some naps in the strollers. We got on the rides we wanted. We had actually an amazing moment just out of pure kindness. We were waiting for the Phantasmic show and it got canceled, which worked on our favor. And the worker that was by us, that was like helping put some of the show together, when it got canceled, he had been so kind to help us get a spot for the show beforehand. And then we had been waiting there for so long and he was so kind to get us a kind of a good spot to see the show. And I had walked up and thanked him for doing that for me because I just thought it was so kind of him to even like be considerate of me and my kids and the strollers and stuff like that. And then the show got canceled and he came over to us after it had been announced it was canceled because of the rain. He was apologizing for the show being canceled and he was so kind. And then he also said, "Have you guys gone on Haunted Mansion today?" And we actually hadn't. We had been in line for it earlier. It got shut down and we decided to leave. And literally right when we leave, it got put back up. So we were a little bit bummed that we hadn't been able to get in on it. And I was like, "No, we haven't." And he's like, "Would you like to go on it?" And I was like, yes. Like, I was just like, of course we'd love to go on it. That would be amazing. And he's like, "Let me walk you on." And he walked us over there and he got us into the like lightning lane, whatever it's called now. And we got right on the ride immediately. And it was just so kind and so magical. And little things kind of like that happened all day where we thought things weren't going to go our way. And then it turned around and we were able to get on rides or make things happen, get the snacks we wanted. It was just truly just so amazing. And the kindness of people is great. And just because we were kind in that moment, I think it honestly made his night, and he just turned that kindness right back around. And that's just your friendly reminder just to be kind and aware of people around you, and know that that are working there and working in general just like are doing their jobs, and to just remember that they are trying to do this all for you, and just be kind. Anyway, it was magical. I loved it. My kids loved it. We thought it was amazing. We got on all the things. We seriously stayed until close, and it was a good time. And I highly recommend making memories. Okay, guys. Sorry that was the longest update ever, but let's get back to why we're here today. Okay, restarting our lives whenever we want. It doesn't need to be on a Monday, right? Many of us started this year with like big plans and big dreams, and like this is my year moments, because that's how it always starts, right? All of us on New Year's. It's just the thing to do, right? But around this exact time, a few weeks in, all of us start to maybe not meet the goals we set for ourselves. I mean, we missed the workout. We broke the habit we were trying to build. We had a bad mental health week, which actually is why I even thought about doing this. I feel like I have had one of the worst like mental health weeks the past couple weeks. I don't know why. I don't Not every day, but I have found myself being less and less cheery. And life took over, and stress and exhaustion, like it just hits us all harder than we expect. And so now we're just sitting here thinking, like all of us, like, gosh, I messed up. Guess I ruined all my goals. But this morning, my friend called me, and she just reminded me, like, you can still go. You can still do this. Like, don't let it ruin your outlook on this. Like, she gave me the advice I needed to talk to you guys about, actually. She was like, make a list today. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. I will make a list. And I started making a list of things I need to do, including recording this podcast and getting it out. And as soon as I made the list, I realized it wasn't as big of a to-do list as I thought it was going to be. And I realized I could get it done, and I could restart my day in that moment, and restart the year essentially, and restart my mentality. Because I didn't ruin anything these last few weeks by being a little more down, you know? And you're allowed to restart anytime. It doesn't have to be a Monday, and it doesn't have to be a new month, and it definitely doesn't have to be January 1st. You can restart next week. You can restart tonight. You can restart an hour after you feel like you failed, essentially. I woke up this morning feeling like I failed, and within an hour I had picked myself back up and realized who the F I was. And I wasn't going to let myself fail anymore. Because there isn't a perfect streak required to grow, guys. And life is not this like perfect straight line of motivation and discipline. It's messy, and it gets emotional, and it's just real, guys. It's full of setbacks, and like, gosh dang it, I thought I was doing better moments, you know? But that doesn't make you weak, it just makes you human. And I feel like we need to normalize this, because we all have those off days. We all have days where the best we can do is just survive. I've talked about this before. Like, I used to be just surviving, but at least I was still pushing forward, you know? And eventually I got to where I was thriving, okay? And I still have those times. And like I said, I've been having that survival mode feeling the past couple weeks. That's okay, because now I'm going to pick myself up today, and I'm going to start thriving again. And sometimes, guys, just like being a mom or a parent, it takes every ounce of your energy. And sometimes healing from like your trauma or divorce or your heartbreak, it takes time, you know? Sometimes your brain and heart are just tired. Sometimes you just are tired. That doesn't mean you're failing, though. It just means you're living, you know? You're living through it, okay? So let's try and reframe that for ourselves this year. Let's try and reframe that when we want to restart. This morning I needed that reframe. So instead of like being like, gosh dang it, I'm failing, I can't do anything, I'm gonna wallow, try saying like, I've just taken a pause for a second. I just needed a moment. I'm still learning, and that's okay. And instead of being like, I've ruined my goal already, try saying stuff like, I'm still in it, I'm still trying, I'm still choosing myself, and even if the day doesn't look perfect, I still tried, and I still am pushing forward. Okay? Because perfect is not the goal. Nobody is perfect, and I feel like sometimes we forget that. So growth is really our goal here. Okay? And we don't need to make it complicated either, okay? Restarting doesn't mean doing everything perfect today or tomorrow, because even though I wrote my list out, it's not going to go perfectly for me. It's just not. I'm going to have something in the way. I had to pause and I had to realize I had to go eat today. I couldn't just live off my good vibes. I couldn't just live off my new set of motivation. I had to realize I had to feel my body, okay? Restarting can look like just drinking water, going on that short walk. It can eating the food you need, for that day. Like sending the text you've been putting off for a friend. Cleaning the one drawer you've been avoiding for the last 9 months, you know? Choosing kindness towards yourself and others. Because even when we're grumpy and like having bad days, it's like sometimes choosing that kindness is how we restart and how we get that energy going. And then also just taking that like deep breath, guys. This morning I had to literally pull my head out of my ass, take a deep breath, and say, okay, let's do this. Let's go again. It's okay. Let's try again. So, what's one small thing you can do like in your life right now, today, that your future self is going to thank you for later? What's that one thing I chose today to do to help my future self? I chose to make the list, guys. It was small, but it was so easy. I chose to make that list for myself. I might not hit everything today, but the list is there for me to guide me. And that motivated me. That made me get up, do my workout first thing, made me get up, do the laundry, made me get up, post on my stories so I can have people come do Botox, because I'm doing that now. It made me re-record an episode for you guys. It was such a small thing, but it helped. The list helped. So find something that you can do today that's going to help push you towards your goal again. It doesn't need to be big. Just one thing, okay? Not everything, just one. Cuz that momentum's not going to come from making everything perfect. It's going to come from the movement and the action that you take. Okay? Cuz listen, you deserve a life that feels good. You deserve to have hope. You deserve to grow without like beating yourself up every time you trip a little. And guys, I trip a lot. I do. I trip in real life and just in my head, and just it's just crazy. I am not perfect. I need you to know I'm right there with you, because you're not behind in what your goals are. You're not failing at your life. You're not stuck forever. You're not alone in this. Trust me, you're not the only one that feels this way, and I need you to remember that, because it can be hard, and when you feel like you're the only one failing in your goals, like you start to doubt yourself more. And sometimes the bravest like and strongest thing you can do is just simply say, I'm going to get back on and try again. Keep trying. That is something that is so hard to do, but also super easy. If you just keep saying, I'm going to keep trying and keep moving forward, you will do it. Even if today wasn't your day, like try again tomorrow. Even if that last few hours didn't go as planned, pick yourself up and keep going. Even if your morning wasn't great, maybe tonight's going to be better. Okay? You're allowed to rewrite. You're allowed to choose yourself again. You're allowed to restart anytime you want to. Remember that, guys, okay? So, this is your reminder. It's your permission slip. It's your gentle little nudge, filled with love, of course, to go ahead and restart. Your sunshine is still there. We're still able to find our sunshine through all our chaos, through all our stress, through all our mental challenges. I promise you, those little rays of sunshine are there. They're coming to find you. They're seeking you out. You can do it. Okay, guys? You haven't missed your chance. So I'm so grateful for you to be here with me. Even this gave me the little nudge I needed to remember who the hell I am. Okay? I'm amazing, okay? I know that. I think the world of myself, and I want you to think the world of you too, because that's how we go on. That's how we find our sunshine. So, as your friendly reminders every week, I need you to remember how amazing you are, that you are absolutely enough, that you are strong, you are kind, you are brave. You can do this, and you can find your sunshine too. So, please keep going. Please take that tiny step today. Do the one little thing that's going to help move you towards your amazing future self. Okay? I am so proud of you. I love you. I'm here if you need me. Please share this with someone you think needs to hear it today. I promise you there is someone in your life that needs it. Okay? I promise you that. Help them find their sunshine, help you find your sunshine. No matter how crazy this life feels, guys, I'm here for you. I'll listen to you. Let me know what you think. I love you guys so, 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 so much. Love you. Bye.